most important thing about your pitch? It's that people can actually hear you. Because whatever you're saying, the smartest thing in the world, if people can't hear you, it's worth nothing, right? So make sure that the people can hear you. How do you do that? The first thing is speak up. Speak up means that if you're in a room or on a stage where you don't have a microphone, really use your voice to speak loud enough so people even in the last row can hear you. This is something that's really, really difficult for a lot of people, but it's also really important because, as I said, if they don't hear what you're saying, everything else is lost as well. If you do have a microphone, the problem still exists because what is it that people do? They start speaking into the microphone, and the longer the presentation goes, the more they're starting to interview their belly button. Don't make that mistake. If you have a microphone, use it correctly. Use one of your co-founders or just a friend to help you on this. Sit them in the second row, know where they are, and tell them that if you're not speaking loud enough or if you're holding the microphone too low, to give you a sign so you can move the microphone up or you can speak up. And that way you'll always know, am I speaking loud enough for this audience? Speaking loud enough is one thing. The other thing is speaking clearly. Because especially when we pitch in English, and for a lot of us it's not our native language, this makes it really hard for us to speak clearly, and this makes it hard for the audience to understand. So there's a very, very good exercise that anybody can do to improve how clearly they're speaking. And this is how the exercise works. You take a pen or a pencil, or even your finger, and you put it between your teeth all the way in the front. And then you speak as clearly as possible so that people can still understand you. I hope you still understood me because I practice this quite a lot, and I hope I speak very clearly now. You can do this exercise every day in the morning in front of the mirror, or you do it when you get to your office, and everybody speaks like that during a stand-up in the morning, because it is an exercise that's very, very valuable. Why does this work? Because your tongue is a muscle, and just like every other muscle, you can work it out, you can train it. So by blocking your tongue, you're making it harder on your tongue to do its job. So when you speak like this, you will actually feel that your tongue starts hurting after a couple of minutes. So if you do this for 5 minutes, you will feel like, oh, my tongue really did a lot of hard work. And by doing that hard work, your tongue will get stronger and will be able to do a lot better work the next time, which means you will speak more clearly. This effect is actually immediate. If you speak like that for just a minute or 2 minutes, afterwards you will speak a lot more clearly. Unfortunately, the effect goes away again because you fall back into how you normally speak. But if you do the exercise every day, you will improve in the long term as well. So this is an exercise I can highly recommend. Another thing when it comes to voice is everybody has different levels of their voice. You don't just have one. You have all of the opportunities to go very high, very low, very loud, a little less loud. Use them. You don't want to talk your entire pitch in a monotone voice because it's really, really boring for your audience. So instead of using just one voice, orchestrate your pitch. Use everything that you have in the repertoire of your voice. This can really help because you can match what you say to how you say it. When you talk about the problem that you want to solve, make people feel that you're talking about a problem. It's annoying you. So use gestures and your voice to make them understand this is something bad. And then when you talk about the problem solved, your product, you completely change your voice, you change your physical appearance, and they can immediately match, okay, this was something bad, now this is something good. So fitting the audio and the visual level to what you say is something that can really help you get across your message.